Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore and our Human Paladin. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we've got nothing but Ashenvale. We are back here in Ashtranar to pick up the quests that remain, and then we will get started.
I am honored.
First, we've got an aggressive defense from Rain Wolfrunner. This is one of the quests that we dropped temporarily. So we'll pick it back up again. And we're going to be dealing with the Foulwield tribe.
Goddess watch over.
Which I believe is right outside of Silverwing Outpost. Or Refugee, whatever it's called. And of course we've got the venom sacs that we picked up from the Pride Wings in Stone Talon.
Hello.
And we'll turn that here with Shindril Swiftfire.
Del Nadris.
Thank you, Sedelian. It saddens me to order the slaughter of creatures who may not willingly aid our enemies. Yet it is my duty to do so. Your heart might weep for the Pride Wings you slew, my friend, but may your heart then swell in knowing that your allies are safe from the Pride Wings' venom.
Good luck, friend.
Cainith Stillwind. The druid Cainith Stillwind sent word to me. He would like a report of the happenings along our coast and in the forests surrounding Ashtranar. He fears there is a corruption moving through Ashenvale, and he may be right. Here, take my report to him. You will find him in the Shrine of Forest Song, in the Night Song Woods to the east.
Goddess watch over you.
That is definitely another quest I don't think I've ever done before. It doesn't look like that we can read the note itself, so it's just going to kind of hang out in our inventory. It's so crazy. Sometimes I record episodes in between the Paladin here and our Hunter, and opening the map to see absolutely nothing startles me sometimes. Alright, so let's make a quick sweep around Ashtranar real quick and just make sure that we have everything else that we need. I don't think anything should be gray to us, so I'm not really concerned with talking to everybody, just in case like we missed something. I'm pretty sure we're basically all caught up with where we need to be. Got our quest from Pelturus White Moon here. So let's open up the quest log. We've got a ton of stuff we can do. I think we're going to want to take care of Rain's Cleansing and Elun's Tear. I'm pretty sure these are somewhat close to each other. They're both going to be east of Ashtranar. Find Sheldrin at the Moonwell to the northeast. Follow the road and turn north when you reach a small sitting area on your left. Okay, interesting. Heading to the Moonwell east of Iris Lake. Where is Iris Lake? That is where I'm assuming it's like over here somewhere. So I guess we'll just truck along the path for a little bit, and at some point we're going to veer off the road. It's very exciting. We are finally at the point in the playthrough where I really don't know where I'm going, at least all of the time. I'm sure in all of these later zones I'm going to remember certain quests, I'm going to remember bits and pieces, but there's some stuff, especially Ashenvale on the Alliance side, where I am not as familiar. There's a couple of quests in the log that I definitely know about, like Elemental Bracers and Culling the Threat, Aggressive Defense. Those are, I know where those are, but some of these other ones, I'm gonna have to rely on that quest text. So there's a path to the left of this river here. Let's go ahead and take this. I'm somewhat confident that this will take us to either Sheldrin or Elun's Tier. Maybe not both, but at least one of them. Let's find out if I'm correct. Yeah, it says we've entered Iris Lake, so we're definitely... we definitely must be close to something here. Looks like we have some bog elementals in the area. Yes. Okay, so this is where we're going to get Elun's Tier. And Sheldrin must be like over here, maybe? At least according to the quest text. East of Iris Lake. When you're ready, follow the road north when you reach a small sitting area. Yeah, so we just have to go a little bit further down the main road. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and pick up one of these tiers. This is perfect. Very noticeable. Doesn't certainly doesn't blend in with the environment or anything, which is nice for picking them up easily. With a very interesting magic effect. Moss-covered hands, chance to drop a melee weapon when attacking. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. Well, we've got the tier now. So we can leave the area, and I'm sure this debuff will drop off by the time we reach Sheldrin. It's a good thing that we discovered Iris Lake on the map too. The map is actually super important in a lot of different zones, but especially in a zone like Ashenvale where there's a lot of barriers. There's a lot of vertical sections that you can't pass through very easily. And so just like knowing this is there, you know, because when this is blank, you have no idea that you really don't have a lot of space to get up to Iris Lake. This is certainly not a zone where you can just, you know, run wherever you'd like. Alright, so the quest states that we head a little bit east of Iris Lake. And it says we're looking for like a sitting area. I'm not exactly sure what that means. In my head, I'm thinking of like a bench or something like that, but maybe that's something we'll encounter. Maybe something like this. I mean, this seems to be like kind of a moon well. Yeah, I mean, there's a bench here. Okay, so let's head off the main road. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. This is kind of where I would have thought that Sheldon would be. And despite running down this main path, I don't know, 1,000 times over the years, never noticed that that bench and Moonwell were there, because why would you? Without that quest text, I would have no idea that it ever existed. Oh, we pulled 2. Okay. I think we'll be okay. These bears are quite low level. See some little markers on the ground here, indicating, you know, some sort of path. And on our mini map, it looks like we're pretty close. Here we are. Really cool looking place. Hello, children.
What is nature's call? Hi!
That's right, we had the glowing gem from Taranis. It's been quite a long time since we actually worked on this quest line, but we found that dead night elf at Lake Feralfin or something like that. We still have his... we might have gotten rid of his journal. Maybe we still have it. I think we kept it just in case. But this journal was really cool. I think we read through it many episodes ago at this point. But there was a lot of cool stuff in here that we're going to be
Great.
kind of working through, and so this quest line is about kind of fulfilling the task that he couldn't follow through with.
Is there trouble?
Oh, Rain sent you. It must be serious indeed. What can I help you with?
Hi.
I wish your tidings were better. Rain is correct. I know about Dartol's creation and the Trents in the area. At least I did once. They've become corrupted now. Their nature twisted. If your goal is to find the next piece of the rod, then you'll have to find the key to open the chest it's in. The wooden key is on one of the treants northeast of here, near Fellwood. Once you have it, look for a small glade west of the road near the Fellwood border. The chest should be hidden around there. Find the wooden key and a piece of Dartol's rod before returning to Sheldrin at the Moonwell. Okay, yeah, this one I actually do remember doing. Yeah, this is just going to be simply up here, which we're going to have to go kind of around in order to access. And I think they might be kind of higher level for the zone as well. This might be... yeah, this is definitely yellow to us now, but that's fine. We can still go check it out and see how it goes. Alright, so I think we'll probably take care of that next. It is pretty far up the north. I mean, I guess we could also take on the stuff close to Mistral Lake as well. We have that as an option too. We could also do that on the way back, I guess. So yeah, let's just continue Rain's cleansing for now. We'll see. We'll test out the Trents. We'll see if they're a little bit too difficult for us to take on. We'll check out like the proximity to each other. See if it's like a condensed area or if we should be able to handle it. I remember correctly, I think this mountain basically pretty much takes us all the way back to the main road anyway. I can kind of see it from here. We'll just wrap around. Starting to pass through Rainwood Retreat now. It is now itself visible on the map, which is nice. A better idea of where we're running. Suppose we can check out their retreat real quick for ourselves. I'm not used to coming here as Alliance. I'm used to all these laughing sisters being hostile to us. But I never really stopped to think about whether or not there would be like a vendor here or something. I mean, there's an Ashenvale Sentinel, which is terrifying if you're Horde and you drift a little bit too close to this this spot. Let's see if there's anything inside the tower. Well, surprisingly, there's a decent amount of stuff here for Night Elves. Normally their architecture is very clean and minimal. And some more sentinels up top. Some weapon racks, barrels, nothing interesting. Just kind of a basic outpost, but nothing to do here. There is that other structure here as well, that tree that we typically on Horde you would go inside and kill basically everything inside there, so I don't think we're gonna find any vendors, but I could be mistaken. If there is something in there, let me know and I'll be sure to check it out, but for now we're passing it by. On the road to Fellwood, essentially. We're going to get to a certain point where the land starts to become a bit more corrupted, if I remember correctly, and then we'll start seeing the treants walking around. Looking for that wooden key, and then we got to find the chest, which should be also in this area. I think it's on the left side of the road here. Is where I've found the chest in the past. Yeah, Withered Ancient, level 27. That might be a little bit too much, but also at the same time, I don't see too many of them in close proximity with each other. We'll drag them to the main road and we'll give them a shot. We'll see how we fare against something that is our level. Probably not very well, if I'm being honest. This is probably going to be pretty tough. And it would probably, if I have to imagine, this is probably going to consume all of our mana, like every pull. Curse of Thorns, 50% chance to take 29 to 52 damage on attack. Oh, that is nasty stuff. Yeah, I mean, if we get hit by more, if we're getting attacked by more than one of these guys, we're definitely running. And we actually picked up the wooden key on the first one. Which I guess, yeah, okay, it goes into our backpack, not our key ring. Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure what the drop rate is for that, but I'm glad that we got on the first try. Now we have to find the chest. I think we're going to, let's see, we've got Crazed Ancients here as well. Hopefully they don't have the same sort of curse. I think before we go anywhere, we're going to have to wait until this falls off. This is just too dangerous, I think. So let's wait a little bit longer. We'll wait for that to fall off. We'll take a look at some stuff. What can we do? We still got those lean wolf flanks in our bag. I'm waiting for that quest to pop up for them back in Duskwood, but I haven't seen it yet, so I'm starting to think that maybe it comes from somewhere else. And we also can't forget about the Tower of Althalax as well. Still not sure if we're going to go through with this or not, but I've never actually completed this quest line before, so I want to at least check it out. We're going to have to locate the Fire Scar Shrine. A place of great evil in southwestern Ashenvale. Okay, so like maybe to the left of Talondeep Path here, or somewhere back here, or even just somewhere in these mountains. Yeah, we'll be checking that out probably in the next episode if I had to guess, because we're going to be heading down to Mistral Lake next, I believe. That's going to be for an aggressive defense and elemental bracers. Culling the Threat is closer to Astronar. It's just north of Astronar. That's going to be over here. That one might be really tough as well. We're going to have to be very... we're going to have to carve a path through the Furl Bogs and a very... We need to make sure we have an escape route, basically. Ruzel is by the Zoram Strand. We can wait until that, because I think he's accompanied by 2 bodyguards, if I'm not mistaken. And then we're going to try to complete Rain's cleansing right now, if we can. And we need to find Cane of the Stillwind in Forest Song. We'll find him in the Shrine of Forest Song in the Night Song Woods to the east. East of Astronar. So it must be like down here or something. Maybe even here. All right, so we've got some things to look into, but I think we'll handle Mistral Lake next in either case. All right, wooden box. If I remember correctly, and if I didn't know about this, this would actually be a pretty difficult quest to figure out on our own, I think, because there's so much area where these treants reside. But from what I remember, it's kind of sitting on top of like a hill or something. Yeah, like see how these treants are. Yeah, I remember seeing it like over here somewhere for sure. Let's see if we can go up this hill here. We can take on this crazed ancient, and hopefully his abilities aren't as bad. Just take him on right here. Oh, there's that Curse of Thorns again. Get the heals going. Hopefully there's nothing right past this hill. Hopefully we can stand up here and kind of get a lay of the land a little bit. That might be it. That might be the box. Worn chest, wooden key. Iron shaft. Awesome. Yeah, that was way easier than I thought it was based on those first couple of enemies that we fought. And yeah, like I said, if I didn't have prior knowledge to that location, I would not I would have been like over here in the woods or something trying to figure out where I was supposed to go. And the normal MO for this character would be to go into those woods and do a little bit of exploration, but maybe we'll do that when we're ready for Fellwood or something. This area is just a tad bit too dangerous for my liking for where we are at right now. Yeah, so let's head back down south. And I guess we'll get over to Mistral Lake and deal with those quests first. Interested to see what this symbol here is all about. Kind of right in the middle of the map here. Only because I'm wondering if that's where this Caneth Stillwind quest is going to be from. I'm not sure. Also not sure if it's like down here maybe, but that shrine's got to show up somewhere. Looks like we have a little path that we can take up here. Yeah, this just leads to Greenpaw Village though, so that must be what this symbol is symbolizing. Alright, let's get started on these Frobogs. We've got lots of them to take out. They're at a pretty good level for us. So I'm seeing 24, 23, 24. Yeah, that should be perfect. Let's get to it. Although it's worth noting that the constant disease that they're putting on us every melee swing is quite bad for some of these. The warrior's going to reduce our strength basically at all times by 10, which kind of sucks a lot, actually. Luckily, we're not going to just need warriors. Let's actually take a look at the numbers. We need 12 of them. That's quite a lot, though. I think warriors, if I remember correctly from this quest, are a little bit more difficult to locate, too, than the totemics. I think there's, like, tons of totemics, den watchers, and ursas in the area. So I think we'll want to focus as much of our efforts on the warriors whenever we see them. Yeah, I would much rather have the reduced intellect against the totemics, for sure. They go down so much faster. So we'll take out this last one, and then we're going to have to start heading westward. So we'll find some more. And we're picking up plenty of wool cloth as well. So we can use up our bandages pretty often. So let's avoid the shaman. We don't need those, but we do need a den watcher and some ursa, and I definitely see some around this this hill here. Just gonna drag them out. They're a little bit higher level, but we only need like 1 or 2 of each, so. And we've got pathfinders too, which we do not need at all. So we're going to try to avoid those when we can. Got some Ursas over there in the camp. Hopefully we can pull one at a time. That would be nice. Yeah, this is a little awkward. Just pulled another Den Watcher. We don't need this, but might just be good to take out anyway, just to clear a better path. See if we can pull one at a time. Yeah, looks like we can. That's good. We can take care of our two Ursas now. This other one reduces our strength, which is not great. But luckily the Ursas and the Den Watchers only exist in these little camps. And the camps are the only real dangerous portion of this quest, I think. Otherwise, it's pretty open space. Pick. Interesting. It's a pickaxe. Does anybody know if this gouging pick can be used for mining by any chance? Just kind of curious about that. Wonder if that's like a thing you could do. Not that it would really make much of a difference, but it would be an interesting interaction. That we have reached level 28. Very nice. We do have an upgraded exorcism to pick up. That's the only ability I think we're picking up at level 28. So we can wait on that. But before we go back to Duskwood, for sure we're going to want to pick that up. And then I believe I I clocked us at needing 3 gold for level 30 on top of that. So let's just say 4 gold that we need if we decide to skip exorcism for a bit. We're currently at just under 5 gold. We're about to hit 5 gold probably with some quest turn-ins. Honestly, probably a couple more kills. So I think we're in a pretty good spot. At level 29, we can pick up a new shield. That shield will last us until level 32 when we can pick up another one actually from there. So get a couple of shields back to back. It is going to cost us a bit to, purchase those shields so closely to each other, but it's worth it. We need every last bit of block chance and survivability that we could get. One more totemic and 5 more warriors. And that was just as I predicted. The warriors are a little bit more sparse. We started out with a ton of them, which was good, but now we need to locate some more. I thought I saw one over here before, kind of close to the road. Yeah. Let's grab this one. Honestly, we can probably head back to that hill over there. I'm sure a lot of the Foulwield have respawned in that section, and we did see a lot of warriors over there, so maybe we'll head back there first and then come back this way if we need to. Looks like everything is respawned at this point. And we've definitely been able to get a couple. Yeah, this quest is only tough if there are other players in the area, and the only players that we've seen so far, we're taking on the chieftain of the Foulwield, which It's probably the quest we'll end up picking up next, and I just knowing that's one of those tricky quests that I'm actually really scared. I'm really scared about that type of quest moving forward, because I do know about this chieftain quest. It's not going to be marked as elite or requiring a group or anything. But if we try to do this, it'll absolutely kill us unless we are super over leveled for it. The gauntlet that you have to go through is just too much. I know that for a fact. And it probably will be too much until the quests becomes like super green to us. Like we'd have to be like level, I don't know, 32 or something probably before I would feel comfortable with taking on the challenge. Because they just send in waves and waves of Furlmog on like I believe it's a timer. Like I said, I have some game knowledge on that. I'm used to that quest, but many players might not be, and there are going to be other quests out there in other zones that I'm not as familiar with. And I'm going to stumble into them and just get my butt kicked out of nowhere. So I'm going to do my best not to be blindsided, obviously, anytime we go into a new quest that looks even remotely sketchy whatsoever, we're going to want to take our time, identify the situation, and come up with some sort of escape plan, some sort of way out, just in case it goes poorly. Which can probably be said for the Tower of Althalax quest, in fact. We talked about kind of the warning signs of this in a different episode, but if you didn't happen to see that, it's a quest where we're pretty deep into the quest chain already, and it's a quest where we're sent to kill a named NPC, and the rewards include a green ring and a staff. Any quest that grants you jewelry or a weapon as a reward tend to be tough. There's a reason why you are being offered these types of rewards. So this is a quest that when we decide we want to take it on, we're going to have to be incredibly vigilant on how we approach that area. That might be it. An aggressive defense is complete, and we're going to get 10 free melon juice out of it too, which is actually really awesome because we're definitely going to be using that moving forward for sure. And I think that is going to be a perfect place to end for today. We'll head inside the Silverwind Refugee here. We'll vendor some stuff. And then this is a perfect place to pick up in the next episode. We'll take on the elementals at Mistral Lake.
Feel free.
And then we'll try to go from there. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me for today. As always, I thank all of you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider liking the video and subscribing for more. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.